Right, we are back at the Shahlaei Strength Shed. It is a bench press session today. I've got 205 kilos for a double today on bench. Hopefully it all moves pretty well. Coach H is with us. You're not training today though?
No, but you're lifting some big weights, so I'm going to give you a spot and
big weights for me. But yeah, no,
weights for me.
My goal right now, last time I did this competition I was 167 kilos. Right now I'm 145. I've got 5 kilos to go. My goal is to compete at the under 140 kilo class. And I've set myself a target of benching 220. So 7.5 kilos less than I did at 167 kilos. So far things are going pretty well. Deadlifts are moving better each week. So I don't expect to lift as much as I did at 167. But I want to get as close as possible. And still got 7 weeks. Training's been good. Got a busy few weeks coming up now. Got Britain's Strongest Man, Arnold's, going over to Dubai for the Eddie Thor fight. Lots of stuff coming up. So I need to stay focused with training. But I'm glad Coach H is with me today because he'll give me a kick up the ass that I need.
get you through it.
Bench feeling strong, Rosie?
It's getting better.
Doesn't want to say with this weight yet.
I've never claimed to being the world's greatest bencher, so it doesn't feel too bad. Like my best ever is only actually, maybe laugh. I did a 200, I think, or I did a 210 single a couple of weeks back, and someone was like, "Oh, you're going to do 260 in your comp?" I was like, "Probably not, considering my best ever is 230 at a bigger body weight." But I enjoy benching. I'm not the world's greatest bencher by any means, but I do enjoy it.
Something you've had to work very hard at, isn't it?
Yeah, I was terrible at benching to start with.
I think first time you ever trained, I remember it was, you struggled to bench 100 kilos, I think.
Which isn't bad for your first time.
No, but I think you deadlifted like 270.
Yeah, I was much more naturally strong in the lower body.
Yeah.
Legs, back, grip. They are my natural strengths, whereas the pressing I had to work really hard. Overhead as well. Like, I got good overhead. I actually had the British log record and the British axle record at one point. And I was like, I was more proud of them than some of my deadlift and kind of squat records, because
where you started from and where you got to.
But a couple of injuries brought my overhead down a little, but bench has got better as I've got older.
Something you've worked quite hard technically though as well.
It's a lot better than it used to be, technique wise. And I kind of like benching now because you just lie there and it's easy.
Everyone likes benching.
Always people ask you what you can bench. They don't ask you what you can run with, like on a yoke or your farmer's walk or.
And any guy in the street can always bench over 100 kilos.
Yeah, everyone benches.
You can't bench 100 kilos.
There's a lot of people benching 100 kilos with their mates pulling it up for them.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of them in the gym.
I was training in the gym once, and these I was on an incline actually, and these two lights out there, 16, something like that, came over and was like, "You got many sets left?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got a few, but join in, it's fine." And I don't know what I was doing, 90, 100, it wasn't a lot sort of thing, but they were like beam poles, and I said, "Oh, what do you want on this?" So I'll just leave 60 on. I was like, "You sure?" Anyway, so they were benching like this, going like halfway. They hadn't put any collars on. So his mate now was struggling to hold it, and where the JPEGs were, they got one on one down there, the other one there, the 20 slid off, the other one slid off up there. And they looked a bit silly.
Yeah, I've seen a few stories. Like, there's a lad that, bless him, I can't remember the weight, maybe 80 kilos, and it was like a PB for him, but his mate lifted it. And he's like, "Oh, what do you think of that?" I said, "Let me spot you."
Do you know what as well? I think that's, for young lads maybe, they worry they're going to look silly lifting you're one of the strongest guys. Have you ever looked at someone lifting 60 kilos, doing good form, and think, oh, you're weak or something like that?
Never.
But if they've got 100 kilos on there and they're doing that, that's when you look silly, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, just work on your form.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And no one will think anything. You know, no one cares.
You want to see people keeping safe in the gym, doing what they...
Lifting properly.
Honestly, the best advice I can give anyone, and I wish I had someone telling me this early on in my career, was focus on technique, particularly early on. If you get your technique absolutely nailed, and a lot of my training and training H does and stuff like that is based around getting as skillful as possible on certain movements. The more skillful you are, then it's easier to progress as you get older and stronger. You'll find you keep improving.
And better
if you have
longevity.
technical issues in your lifting, you're always going to have things that break down and cause injuries and, you know, hold you back. So something I wish I was taught early on, because I was like every youngster, just trying to put as much weight on the bar, you know, struggling to lift a certain weight. You see people in the gym.
I remember failing 100 kilos about 5 weeks in a row. You know, looking back, it's stupid sort of thing, instead of like actually doing a proper program.
Yeah.
But you know, we've all been there. But again, hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? But,
anyway, saying that, let's see if I can do a bit more weight here. Because I'm training in here today rather than pro strength. I normally do, I'm on a block of doubles, so we'll work up to a heavy double, then I've got some speed work, and then normally I do some heavy dumbbell work, but in here our heaviest dumbbells are like 50 kilos.
We've got 60s.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But I'm gonna do a back off set of 140 for as many reps as possible.
What do you consider a heavy dumbbell if it's not 50 or 60 kilos?
I'm sort of working up around the 70s now. At Pro Strength we've got 80 kilo dumbbells, and I'll be using them in a couple of weeks. As my volume comes down on my benching, I can work a bit harder on the assistants. I find at the moment I'm doing so many sets on bench, by the time I get to the assistants I'm usually knackered.
He's not happy with the facilities, H. Need more dumbbells.
He's welcome to buy some.
So 180 next. I'm just going to do a single with this. 200 for a single probably, and then we'll see how that feels. And my Cerberus kit.
I don't know, sir.
Code Warrior.
For 10% of all of your Cerberus needs.
You alright?
yeah, I'm just squaring off the bench.
Cool. Yeah, it's not screwed down, is it?
No, so when you re-rack,
It's the only issue. I've been training on a proper powerlifting bench. It just feels a little bit more secure than on the rack and the freestanding bench. We don't make excuses, we just get it done.
This is proper old school strongman, isn't it? You just make do with what you've got.
Exactly. And then in the comp it should feel easier. That would drive some people mad. Who are watching would this drive some of you mad? 20, 10, 15, 20, 25, 20 kilo bar. One of my training partners would hate this. Nick, if you're watching, I'm sorry. but it went up.
Left side.
Yeah, I just find it a little harder to get that
Left,
tightness in
yeah.
the back on that bench.
It's a bit skinny for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit skinny
Yeah.
for my wide back, but
You got it done.
considering I did it in here, I'm pretty happy.
That's good, Lozzie.
First rep was solid enough, just got to make it better for next time.
Your arms and shoulders look massive here.
I feel like I'm in better shape, definitely. Like, not as strong as when I was bigger, obviously, but I feel pretty
Healthy.
good. Yeah, I feel healthy, feel fit. I'm going to do some speed bench now, and I'm going to do 15 calories on the skier between each set.
Gross.
Still 5 kilos to lose.
Yes.
Best set. That's what I want. Yeah, burning strength. H, what's your best bench?
165. Touch and go.
Okay, not
165.
Not bad at all.
In the gym.
It's a problem with the internet now. It makes you feel crap.
Oh, I know. Just got to let it go. It's just people benching 260 like all the time on Instagram.
Yep.
Oh, nearly, Lozzie.
Bastard.
Last week.
Yeah. Woo. 15 again. Need to get back up to 20.
Done a lot of sets before, to be fair.
It's all good. 15 and a half.
15 and 3/4, clearly.
Half or quarter or 3/4, all very important. Look at this efficiency. This is good.
Nice to have a hard worker in the gym with you.
Indeed. If you hide my belly, it's not too bad.
I'll strategically film from the nipple up. Gonna have to shave your back, Lozzie.
I know. Need a wife that'll do that for me.
Good luck.
Can't do it myself. For when I've got to get those last few pounds off, defuzz. Half the water cut.
Yeah. If you struggle to make weight, I'll bring some clippers.
That's it, all done today. Reasonably happy, never overly happy, that's just me. But got everything done that I wanted to do. Felt like the technique was getting better on the speed reps. Half of the idea of the speed reps is multiple sets just to practice technique. So pretty happy with that. Really wanted 16 reps on the 140, but next time. Like I said in the video, it's a little bit harder on this setup than it is on the proper powerlifting bench. So hopefully when I'm back at pro strength using the powerlifting bench, it'll feel a little bit nicer. I really find I can get my lats tighter, scapula retracted a bit better. You see on here, it's quite thin at the top here compared to my reasonably wide back. Whereas a normal powerlifting bench is a little bit wider. So no complaints. Like I said, if I can get it done here, it's going to be easier in competition. Still got 7 weeks. Keep building it up. 220 is now the goal that I've got in my head. I kind of didn't have any numbers in my head at first. Just wanted to see how training went, see how dropping weight affects my strength, etc. But overall, I'm pretty happy. I don't by any means think it's going to be enough to win, but I'm trying to focus on just my own goals. Obviously, still want to be reasonably strong, but fitness and other things kind of take priority right now in terms of my training.
While you're here, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my awesome strength content.